What is up, my dudes? We've got the Corporate Esports Association 32 Spring 2019 tournament going on. Today we've got $6 million Echo Slam representing Echo Global Logistics, and I believe this is Microsoft Motion and the Roshan, but they've changed their name to Anyway I Have to Run. They were previously called Can of Warpass in other games, but so they've changed their names now, so everything's even more confusing now. So let's hop right into the draft. My voice is not doing too well today. I'm really struggling with the spring allergies, so if it's a bit croaky, I apologize for that. We're going to start with an Enigma and Ursa ban. Pretty sensible bans. Enigma is Motion in the Roshan have the first pick, and it's a lot easier to swing an Enigma pick. If you're the first pick, you can pick it in the second position and ban some counters afterwards. Gonna see Ursa and Ricky come out from Motion in the Roshan. It's, the Ricky ban is a bit wild, but probably just something they don't want to deal with. It's a bit cheesy. If it works, it just feels pretty terrible.
10 seconds to pick.
And especially at like the not pro level or like the lower like legend levels, the detection is a lot harder to come by, it seems, from the supports. But hopefully the supports of Anyway I Have to Run, you do a better job. You're gonna have Earthshaker, Warlock, and Chaos Knight now banned. Yeah, I mean, they're still pretty good heroes. Earthshaker is always going to be a good hero with that amazing ultimate. Also banning Earthshaker on the side of $6 million Echo Slam again. I've noticed this in most of their games. Not living up to the TI5 dream. You're going to see Witch Doctor come out straight away. So Witch Doctor is coming back into the meta, I think. He got nerfed pretty hard about a year ago. His Maledict cooldown at level 1 went from like 20 seconds to 50 seconds, and 50 seconds is way too long, but I think it went down to like 30 something. So it seems a little bit more viable these days. You can actually still spam out that Maledict in the lane just to get some extra chip damage. You'll see an early Vengeful Spirit pickup for Echo Global Logistics. A pretty good hero right now with a save, which is always great. 2 ways to stop the Witch Doctor Death Ward as well. Gonna see Ogre Magi. I believe Echo Global Logistics have opened with the Venge Ogre a few times now, but it's great for buffing up your teammates, but at the same time you have 2 supports with quite low range skills, and they're gonna have to get in close to get the stuns off. It's kind of difficult sometimes. And they're also both very single target focused, whereas Witch Doctor on the other hand, the Cask, it's like not reliable, but it can definitely wreak a lot of havoc. Sometimes you get really good cast bounces, and sometimes you get nothing. But usually you get something in the middle, which is like, you know, your cast bounces onto about 2 to 3 heroes, and then of the 8 bounces that you get, and it's not too bad. So definitely prefer Witch Doctor right now over the supports from Echo Global Logistics. I think the Venge is fine, but the Ogre is Ogre doesn't feel like a very good hero right now. A lot of things that made him strong in the past, like being that lane bully in the tri lane. There was a time when everyone was tri laning and the off lane was just stacked for themselves, and Ogre was great at dealing with that, just being able to 1v1 the off laners usually. But in 2v1 lanes, Ogre can struggle a little bit, and didn't get the move speed buff that every other melee hero got in 7.20. So he definitely feels a little bit slow as well. But I would prefer to see farm on Ogre than the Venge. Venge can get some decent items like a Vlad's, maybe an Aether Lens if she's ultra rich, but I think Ogre can do a little bit more with the items, because a lot of the times with Venge, when you play support, your job is to defensively swap and then die afterwards. And even if you die, you still get the command aura from the death illusion, so it's not a big deal if you die. So probably just getting a little bit more farm on the Ogre Magi would be nice. Gonna open with a very early DK pick, securing that mid lane already, and a nice quick ban into Razor already, so pretty much most of the heroes that can counter DK in quote unquote as taken out. His DK doesn't lose a whole lot of matchups, so it's a pretty safe pick early on. and also gonna be a pretty beefy front line. The supports from Echo Global Logistics also don't have much kill potential on the Dragon Knight. They kind of supports that want to stay in the lane and get some levels, so they're not going to see too many rotations from the Venge or the Ogre. So the DK is going to have purely 1v1 against his opponent, and Roshan in the Roshan can still pick a roaming support to help out the DK, depending on how they're feeling about the mid lane matchup. Echo Global Logistics do have the final pick, so probably going to save that mid laner for last. Gonna see PL and Anti-Mage banned out from Echo Global Logistics. I actually think PL does surprisingly well against Dragon Knight in the late game. If you can build a Silver Edge, it's like not a completely terrible item on PL. It gives you pretty decent stats as another way to get out of any engagements. And the Silver Edge just shreds through the Dragon Knight's armor. In the mid game, Dragon Knight does do better against the PL because he's got that splash damage from Elder Dragon form, and also that he doesn't have that much mana for you to burn with Diffusal Blade, and he's got a ton of armor. So I actually prefer the DK against PL, but maybe just banning it out early is fine as well. Gonna see Tidehunter picked up for Echo Global Logistics, finally some team fight on their side, and maybe it's gonna be the position for Venge, and this Venge Tide offlane is gonna be pretty scary, because there's gonna be a lot of minus armor that comes out if the Tidehunter goes for level 1 Gush. I would really like to see that, because I think that'd be pretty scary to go up against the slow and the like minus armor. I think it's like -4 from the Gush, -3 from the Wave of Terror. That's still a lot of minus armor early on. This Witch Doctor's gonna struggle a lot against it. And so are a lot of the safe lanes. They banned Jug, who actually would still struggle a little bit. I don't think you can dispel the Wave of Terror. You can definitely dispel the Gush. I'm not sure about Wave of Terror. But Anti-Mage is another hero that would do well against this off lane because he can just blink out. Gonna see Rubik picked up, trying to get some counter plays going on. The Stolen Ravage. We'll see if the Rubik player from the side of my Motion and the Roshan can make some magic happen. Definitely going to be a support Rubik at this point because they already have the Dragon Knight, so not going to see that mid Rubik shenanigans. And yeah, I mean, it's another game of weak supports. The Ogre is probably going to be the king here of the supports early on. I can just largely ignore the Rubik and the Witch Doctor altogether. That 8 armor and like 7 health regen or something crazy like that. But Rubik's not that great in lane. He definitely needs a lot of farm to have a big impact, at least to make the plays. A lot of the times it's pretty difficult to steal the Ravage unless, like, the Ravage whiffs. You have to sometimes steal it during like the Ravage animation. So one easy way you can do this is as the Ravage expands outwards, you can blink in next to the Tidehunter, because the Ravage doesn't hit the whole area at once. It kind of expands outwards in a wave. So if you can blink over the wave after the wave has passed next to the Tidehunter, that's one way you can steal the Ravage pretty reliably. But it's pretty tough because I mean, Tidehunter can always just anchor smash right afterwards. So you gotta get it during the animation. It's pretty tough to get the Tidehunter Ravage. Gonna see PA come out from Echo Global Logistics. I like this a lot. They've got the Venge and the Ogre to buff up the PA. The Witch Doctor and Rubik are pretty squishy supports. Even Dragon Knight fails to tank up against the PA, especially with all this minus armor now coming out as well. So I really like this a lot. They're gonna respond with a Viper pick actually. So PA is gonna have quite a bit of trouble against the Viper now. But where's this Viper gonna go? Maybe the Viper will go in the off lane and really punish this PA for picking PA. So maybe this is a pretty nice counter for them. Gonna need to wait till she gets BKB before she can fight now.
5 seconds. Hurry, hurry.
I mean, I think side lane DK is just like not very good, and also they picked the DK super early, so I guess this is kind of a flex pick. Offlane DK isn't completely terrible, but he really does need the levels to stay tanky in the mid game. Viper is similarly pretty terrible in the side lane, so having 2 mids is a bit unfortunate, but just having an offlaner be able to completely punish the Tidehunter and the PA, just the Kraken Shell as well. Gonna stop Tidehunter from being able to dispel any stuns. The Dragon Tail and the Lift are pretty long duration stuns, so if you can get another Toxin down during it, it's gonna last a really long time. And the Tidehunter won't be able to just Ravage to counter initiate. See, Zeus banned out by Echo Global Logistics. Yeah, I guess Zeus would be pretty good. There's a lot of percentage damage against the DK's high health pool, and Burst is really good against DK because you can't regen through Burst.
Team pick.
So Drow Ranger, she is definitely flavor of the month right now, and kind of see a quick sniper pickup in response. So Sniper can do really well against DK and Viper. I feel like the Sniper can struggle a little bit against the DK if he doesn't put any points in to take aim, which does happen sometimes. It's not completely unreasonable for a mid sniper to skip take aim altogether and focus on the damage a bit more, but then you end up getting Dragon Breathe fired, and then the damage goes down. It's harder to the last hit. DK has way higher base damage than the sniper, but I do think the Drow Ranger is going to be pretty tough. The PA can jump right on top of her. Once she gets BKB, there's not much the Drow can do to protect herself. Maybe get a quick Shadow Blade, or even like a Hurricane Pike doesn't really help because you still get slowed by the dagger. So it's kind of it's going to be rough for the Drow Ranger here. But I think the side of $6 million Echo Slam is a little bit easier to execute, but you always got that Drow factor. You know, Drow is basically like one of the craziest win rate heroes right now. But I'm gonna have to favor $6 million Echo Slam a little bit. We've already got a DC apparently from the sniper. He's completely gone. No items purchased. So Viper looks like he'll be going in the off lane. It's going to be the DK mid. You can tell by who has the pull tangos. And what is the lane? Is it going to be the Rubik and the Witch Doctor? It doesn't inspire me with a whole lot of confidence. I think the Witch Doctor plus the Viper is a bit scary to go up against, but at the same time, you kind of want the Witch Doctor to go with the Drow so you can keep her topped up with the healing aura. Oh, it really depends on like how aggressive they want to be. Like you see PPD sometimes he goes for level 1 Voodoo Restoration actually if he thinks the lane's going to be quite difficult. And I think it is going to be. Like sure, the Tidehunter's melee is a bit clunky, and the Venge is quite low range, but there's a lot of minus armor coming out on this 2 armor Drow Ranger. So going to be -3 from the Wave of Terror, and -4 from the Gush. So you're going to put Drow at -5 armor. That's like a 25% damage increase. But the one upside is going to be pretty hard to get on top of this Drow Ranger. She is not that fast, and I'm not seeing any wind laces on the side of the Venge and the Tidehunter. Maybe the Venge will go for a wind lace. I'm not too sure about this one. It's fine. So it's gonna be Sniper versus DK. Pretty decent matchup for the Sniper. And Ogre and PA up against Viper and... Well, actually we're not sure yet. Maybe I should just skip it. Alright, the Sniper's back, finally. We can get rid of this pause. That was definitely a tactical pause while they were trying to figure out the lanes on the side. So let's introduce the teams. We've got on the side of $6 million Echo Slam, Prancing Pony on the Phantom Assassin, Rixton on the Sniper, Jams on the Tidehunter, Fluffy Bunny on the Vengeful Spirit, and Aura Boreatica on the Ogre Magi. On the side of Motion and the Roshan, we've got Diabolica on the Dragon Knight, Mr. Bunt on the Viper, Hermit on the Drow Ranger, Patient Disciplined Man on the Witch Doctor, and Healthy Snack Eater on the Rubik. So it's going to be Rubik and Viper going in the off lane. I need to sneeze for a moment. Alright, oh, that was a false alarm sneeze. It always feels really bad when that happens. Alright, so top lane, I feel like the Venge and Tide can be aggressive, but they don't want to get cast at the same time. But if the let's see, the Tide Hunter, he skilled Anchor Smash at level 1, so probably not going to be the most useful skill build coming out of him. I would have really liked to see the Gush at level 1, just for that extra damage. Push out the Witch Doctor. If the Venge can definitely 1v1 the Witch Doctor with Wave of Terror, but she also went for Magic Missile first. I don't quite agree with this. It's going to be pretty non-action for the bounty runes at level 1, 2 for 2. Nothing too crazy. Drow already spamming her aura, which is a little bit early. The creeps aren't even going to meet yet. There's a little bit of wasted uptime on the aura there. But this is good for the DK actually, because what he can do now is constantly push the wave in to Sniper, and then he's gonna try and avoid this lane and completely. He's gonna try and push the wave in as quick as possible by just spamming that Breathe Fire. I think Sniper's got the same idea. And then you just go and stack these camps, and that's kind of what mid lane is these days. You just try and wave clear the creeps as quickly as possible, and then just go jungle, or you can even rotate. Pretty difficult for Sniper to rotate until he gets level 6, but DK can definitely rotate if he finds a haste rune or a double damage. Probably not going to see any points in Dragon Blood early on. Dragon Tail early on though. It's going to be that level 1 Breathe Fire and probably Dragon Blood at level 2. Sniper with already a level advantage. Clearing the creeps a bit faster. He doesn't actually have to fight under the tower here if he doesn't want to, but it looks like he's doing a good job of not aggroing the creeps, so good stuff from the Sniper. He's still got 2 shrapnels left, so he can use the shrapnel to clear this wave pretty quickly. Push the DK out. It's going to prevent DK from going for some last hits here as he goes for the Breathe Fire, but DK is going to miss it. And then Sniper can just always leave the lane, go stack the jungle, and once it gets enough stacks. Unfortunately, he's got the Mud Golems, so it's the shrapnel's going to take a lot longer to clear it out. He's actually going to point and take aim. No points in headshot yet, interestingly enough. Just trying to get that extra range to chip at the DK. And DK is kind of struggling a lot here. He's got 5 last hits against the 9 of Sniper. And another shrapnel comes out. This DK is kind of really struggling here. He needs to try and aggro the creeps, maybe. He's out of mana too. Might have a soul ring on the way. He's gone for an early bottle actually. The bad mana voice line from Witch Doctor, they won't get the kill on Tide Hunter. This is a pretty high damage lane still with the Maledict and the Drow Ranger aura. Witch Doctor gets that juicy attack speed. It's only 7 right now, but it's gonna go up a lot as the game progresses. Bot lane, not too much going on. Viper, go for that Nether Toxin build, or at least sometimes you don't even see a point into poison attack, but that's usually more of a mid thing these days. Adjusting the build a bit for the side lane, it makes a bit more sense. The poison attack's pretty valuable. It does a pretty decent chunk of damage, like, well, it's percentage damage for the most part. Which is pretty good against the Ogre with his 10 armor right now under the tower. But yeah, I mean, Rubik doesn't really contribute much to the lane. I like this a lot though. He hasn't skilled Lift at all. Just realizing, picking up the early point of like a Hidden Supremacy to get the extra damage per Fade Bolt. Just getting a bit more value out of his mana. And they don't have much kill potential with the Viper. The PA can always Blink Strike out if she's in a bad position. So yeah, Sniper will actually get a solo kill on the DK. He's doing really well in this lane. Already level 5. The DK is level 4, so Sniper already a full level ahead of the DK. Get a TP back in. He's only got 2. Oh, he's got 2 shrapnel charges now, so should be able to pressure the DK a little bit harder again. The creeps are really delayed though. Sniper's gonna have a double creep wave here. Actually gonna go for the regen rune instead. He can deny it if he wants. It gets cancelled by the Breathe Fire, unfortunately. And he'll get back in time for the range creep experience. So maintaining that XP lead is really important for the Sniper here. See, actually a point in Dragon Tail. Not something we see too common from mid DK. You really want that second point in Dragon Blood, just because that armor and regen doubles. It's so valuable. So, kind of a weird skill build coming out of the DK, but he's also kind of far behind right now against the sniper. He's only got 9 last hits, only achieved 4 last hits since the last time I commented on the last hits in mid. So maybe looking to go for an early gank if he can pick up a haste rune. Witch Doctor gonna go for the enemy bounty runes. He should be able to secure both of them here. It's gonna be all 4 going the way of Motion and the Roshan. So good stuff from the supports from the Microsoft team. They go for that early ATOS on the Viper. It's pretty common these days. It also keeps the PA in place, so you can get that juicy nether toxin on her. Sniper's level 6 now, so if he can find a haste rune or an invis, he can definitely go and kill this PA pretty easily. Top lane, still no points in the gush. I think at this point it's like too late to go for the gush. You might as well just max out the other 2 skills and then oh, nice cast comes out onto the Vengeful Spirit. She gets maledicted up and gonna take a pretty hefty chunk of damage, but I think she'll be okay. There's still only there's 2 points in the Frost Arrows. I like this a lot. She doesn't feel that much pressure from the Venge Tide lane, so it doesn't need the silence. And the slow gets much better from level 1 to level 2, 16% to 32%. It's a pretty big increase in the slow. Slows in Dota are multiplicative, so 2 15% slows is worse than a 30% slow. So Ruby gonna spot out this arcane rune. Maybe you're gonna save it for the DK. Because DK can just bottle it up, and he's almost level 6. So, but the sniper is one of those heroes that stays in the mid lane for an extended period of time. He doesn't have any wards right now, so he's pretty susceptible to a Rubik gank. But Rubik's not interested. Has no points in lift yet, not level 4. So this the raving potential of this 0-2-1 build is very limited, but he's going to get level 4 now. Actually, he puts a second point into Arcane Supremacy. Very uncommon here. Tidehunter goes down in the top lane again to another Maledict kill from the Witch Doctor. 0 points in Voodoo Restoration. Really, the Drow and the Witch Doctor not feeling any pressure from this Venge Tide combo. There's just... They didn't pick up any move speed items at level 1, there was no gush at level 1, so the pressure they could exert on the Drow and the Witch Doctor was pretty low. And now the Drow actually going 2-1-2. I think this is definitely the build on Drow. Having the 3rd point in Precision Aura is nice, but the value of 2 points in Frost Shield and the utility of Gust, definitely worth it. The Venge is going to go down here to another nice Maledict gank. But Witch Doctor, he's in a bit of trouble. He's getting pretty low. There's no gush to finish him off. The silence will push back the Tidehunter. So great stuff from the Witch Doctor. He's gonna suicide to the creeps and probably just use the shrine. So what's this ogre going for? He's going for 1-2-1. A little bit uncommon of a build. Ignite does scale really well in terms of damage. It's like it goes up to 400 damage, which is pretty crazy, and it's like non-linear as well. So the damage scaling on Ignite is pretty good, but I feel like Bloodlust is most of the reason why you pick this hero, and you should just level Bloodlust first. But it's looking like Aura Baratica wants to get a bit more aggressive. The Sniper, the Cask and Maledict come out onto the Sniper, and he's in a little bit of trouble. There's no points in lift from the Rubik, and I guess he just knew. So the Sniper will be able to make it out. 42 last hits and 15 denies against the 26 and 3 of DK. So this Sniper well ahead of the pack. Actually, the Drows managed to farm more than him. What do you say to the God of Death? Not today. I think this game was played from a few weeks ago though, so definitely not caught up on the latest episode of Game of Thrones, The Battle for Winterfell. You owe me money? Question mark? Alright. It's definitely not understanding the Game of Thrones reference there. But yeah, this no telekinesis Rubik is quite interesting. I feel like you definitely need at least 1 point to cancel stuns, cancel TPs. Alright, another Maledict onto the Venge, and she's gonna go down again. So Fluffy Bunny really struggling this game. It's just the life of Venge, honestly. You just feed your life away, use your illusion to hopefully secure some last hits. Tide's also been completely bullied out of lane. He's very poor as well. He's actually below the Vengeful Spirit. Looks like he's just going to give up and go to the jungle, but he picked up a point in Gush. Actually, he's going to try for bot. They can definitely get the Rubik here, because Rubik doesn't have any way to protect himself. As long as they can spot him, he's actually got quick arcane boots. Tide getting spotted out by the creeps. A Gush onto the Rubik. A dagger will come out. And the Rubik should go down to the Phantom Assassin, so good stuff. But the Tidehunter ends up going down to the Viper, not really worth it for him. PA gonna pick up the runes, hopefully. So haste rune on the DK. We'll see if DK wants to look to make a move bot. He's gonna haste up, gonna go for the PA now. Dragon Tail onto the PA. He's still got a breathe fire now. PA, she's so low. One more hit, 20 HP, and she will go down to the Viper, not getting the uphill miss and the 20% blow chance. So quite lucky there for the Viper. And the Ogre will go down as well. So actually 4 heroes coming down here by the side of Motion and the Roshan. Meanwhile, the Sniper just free farming away at level 9 against the level 8 of the DK. The Snipers, level 10 talents, they're okay. I think you usually take the damage, but I think the cooldown reduction is pretty cool because it reduces the cooldown of Shrapnel by a lot. And also if you go for like BKB or like Hurricane Pike, which are like items you really want to build, it's basically half of Drow Ranger's level 25 talent, but you get it level 10. So I actually think this is pretty good. Witch Doctor is going to come from behind, has a death ward, and this Sniper is in a lot of trouble. He's going to go down. Nice kill by Patient Disciplined Man. Really showing his discipline there. Actually, he just kind of ran into the Sniper from behind. Sniper doesn't have any wards to protect him, or at least it was almost too late by the time they spotted the Witch Doctor. Drow Ranger at level 8 now, so she's gonna farm up a Storm. There's no stacks for her yet in the jungle, unfortunately, so won't be able to hit that massive acceleration. Meanwhile, the Phantom Assassin will go down a bot lane to the Rubik. Finally has a point in lifts, going on 1-2-2 build. Viper's level 6 as well, so she probably just got Viper Striked and then got pummeled over. That kind of happens when you play PA against Viper. Nice first hit marksmanship proc to instantly kill the chicken. Still no stacks from in the Dire jungle yet. But I mean, Drow's still at the top of the net worth chart. Gotta go for a quick Hurricane Pike to try and get away from the PA. But I feel like Shadowblade is probably a little bit better in this scenario, just because the PA is forced to bring Dust with her if she wants to get the kill on the Drow. There's no solo kill shenanigans going on here. But at the same time, the a Gust into Hurricane Pike will, you know, bring a lot of distance. The DK goes down again. I guess Ogre must have helped him out there. No, it was a solo kill by the Sniper. That's crazy. The Sniper is pretty farmed. Gonna go for a quick Dragon Lance. We'll see what else he decides to queue up. Maybe we're gonna go for a Maelstrom before the Hurricane Pike. Yeah, okay. I don't think he actually needs the Hurricane Pike this game because there's no catch on the side of $6 million Echo Slam. So they've got to walk up to him pretty slowly. He can always just run away. They're also pretty slow here. The DK is like pretty decently fast, but Viper and Drow are pretty slow heroes. Patient Disciplined Man, he's gonna go down in the backlines. He gets assassinated for his troubles. Nice rotation from the Sniper will help finish off the Witch Doctor. He was probably going to go down anyway, so it's fine. Drow actually queues up a Lincoln's as well, which is a little bit weird. I don't think it's a very good item in this game.
Bottom tower under fire.
The PA is also really struggling. She's only 3,500 net worth. The Battle Fury feels quite far away for the Drow Ranger. The Stifling Dagger comes forward. We'll see how many more Shrapnel charges. Actually, there's no Shrapnel charges left, but the Viper will end up going down. 3 points in the headshot now. So this Sniper is really far ahead right now. He's level 12. Look at, so far ahead of the pack. 2 levels above the DK, and you know, now 2 levels above the Drow as well. So pretty great start for the Sniper so far, and it's gonna be a lot of It's going to be really difficult for a $6 million Echo Slam to deal with the sniper.
Radiant's middle tower is taking damage.
Top lane, Vengeful Spirit will go down again. Just venge things. So hopefully the sniper can create some space for the PA to catch up, because it's going to be a long time before the PA is able to fight. She needs a BKB to deal with the Viper, so gonna have to get this Battle Fury and then go for the BKB. It's going to be at least another 10 minutes. At the current rate she's farming, but it looks like she's looking to fight. Gonna go with the Tidehunter Ravage. Tide now level 6. Witch Doctor's actually level 8, so pretty high damage. The DK Illusion just scouting out a little bit, buying some space for the Witch Doctor to get away. And DK will manage to secure 2 of the bounty runes up here. No one going for the bot bounty runes yet. Meanwhile, the Witch Doctor getting run out by the Tidehunter. Ravage will come out finally, but he's taken a lot of damage. He's going to go down to the Maledict here. Blink Strike forward onto the Witch Doctor. The Maledict will come out. Will kill the Tidehunter eventually. But the trade for the Tidehunter for the Witch Doctor, pretty worth it for the side of $6 million Echo Slam. There's still 5k gold ahead, because only the Sniper is doing well. Every other hero on the side of
Dire's top tower is
$6 million Echo Slam is really struggling here, so it's going to be all on the backs of the sniper for a while. But Tidehunter, he doesn't need that much farm. He's just a Ravage machine at this point. Gonna try and work his way up to a Blink. It's just that's his job. Meanwhile, this DK, he's in a lot of trouble. He can get slowed down by another Stifling Dagger in a moment. Gets headshot again for the slow. Another Stifling Dagger will come out, and yeah, this DK gets the Dragon Tail onto the PA, and not gonna chase anymore. Sniper's got another shrapnel charge in 2 seconds, but it's pretty dangerous walking up this hill, so gonna back out from the PA. For 3 points of Dragon Blood now, so pretty hard to take down this DK. Gonna go for a quick Shadow Blade to try and sneak up on the Sniper, but even then, he can't really just blow up the Sniper. So mid lane, the Rubik will go down pretty quickly to the Sniper. Witch Doctor finally gets gushed, and Wave of Terror will go down in 2 shots to the Sniper. Sniper's got his Maelstrom now, so he's going to be dealing so much damage to the enemy team. Assassinates the Drow Ranger, but not going to be able to take him out. The Viper Strike will come down on the Tidehunter on top of the Nether Toxin, so going to take a lot of damage, but the Viper will end up going down to the Sniper. All those uphill misses didn't happen, and triple kill for Rixton. Already wicked sick, 16 minutes into the game. He's chasing the DK, he has no fear, and the DK is also going to go down here. Nothing to help him out. Nice Breathe Fire will get the Tidehunter pretty low, but eventually he'll go down. Another Assassinate onto the DK will finish him off. Monster kill for Rixton this early on, so they're going to really struggle to deal with this Sniper now. PA is only the Demon Edge away from the Battle Fury now, so halfway there.
Dire's top tower is being attacked.
They don't have much burst damage on the side of Motion and the Roshan either, because all their damage is pretty sustained. A lot of right clicks, a lot of dot damage from the Viper. And we'll see, Viper's going to build that Greaves. Tidehunter, no, not thinking about the Greaves anytime soon. Just wants to be that Ravage machine, let Sniper do all the work. And I think I would prefer this right now, just because the Tidehunter is really far behind. If the Tidehunter got off to a better start, I think going Greaves and skipping the Blink would have been the play. But at this point, just make sure you get your Ravages off. And still only 1 point in the Bloodlust, not buffing up the Sniper. I really would like to see more points in the Bloodlust, just to buff up that Sniper even more. He's doing so well already. He should go for a BKB after he finishes off this Hurricane Pike. I think that would be the play here. Just stay alive a bit longer. Can ignore the Dragon Tail and the cast completely. Pretty important to avoid the cast. Bot lane, they're going to go for a gank on the PA. She manages to blur herself. Will get away. The Atos not coming out in time onto the PA. So getting out by the skin of her teeth. Meanwhile, a smoke up. The Tidehunter pops the smoke. He has Ravage. There's a Drow Sideless. Ravage comes out onto 4 heroes, and now Sniper. He's in the back line, gonna deal so much damage. The Drow goes down pretty quickly. The Rubik's gonna go down next. Now the Viper gonna go down. And just the Witch Doctor and the Dragon Knight left. Triple kill, beyond godlike for Rixton, and he's going to finish off the enemy team. Aggressive 4-star forward, an ultra kill for the Sniper. He was so close to the Rampage, but I believe that Tidehunter killed the Viper, so very unfortunate for the Sniper here. He's actually going to go for a Mjolnir. No one was able to contest him in that fight at all. He just was too far back. You know, like everyone on the side of Mission the Roshan, they were blocked off by these trees. These trees were very split up the team because now they had to come in from multiple angles in smaller numbers, and the Sniper just stood back here and fired away at the enemy team. Did so much damage there, got 4 kills. And now he's got a full Hurricane Pike. It's going to be really hard to kill this guy now. You can probably kill this Witch Doctor in like 4 hits. Gonna see the Assassinate come out. Might not get the kill because of the magic resistance from the Glimmer Cape, but Witch Doctor gonna get pretty low. Drow gonna go for... He's eyeing up the Sniper. Drow sees the Sniper now. Sniper sees the Drow now, so gonna... Actually, Fluffy Bunny revealing, just dropped a Sentry and Observer Ward right in front of the Drow, so Drow's gonna farm that one up. Really unfortunate for the Vengeful Spirit. Should have dropped the Sentry and then waited for Terror up the hill to make sure that there was no detection.
Selfish.
So Mjolnir almost done on the Sniper. He's got the important part, which is the Hyperstone, but he can always put that Mjolnir buff on the Tidehunter just to discourage the enemy team from attacking him for a little bit. They don't have Ravage now, so the smoke is a bit questionable. They're going to get pincered here, but the Viper's going to go down first. The flank, the small side of the flank going to go down early. I bet they weren't expecting it either. So a great plays from the side of $6 million Echo Slam. Aggressive 4-star forward by the Sniper. Another Shrapnel goes down onto the Drow Ranger, but Drow's going to be okay. Gets Glimmer Caped up. And they should go for this tower now. And Rubik is in a lot of trouble now. He just goes down before he's able to walk up the hill. Unfortunately, no one's pushing in the lane in mid, so they're not going to be able to take this tower very quickly. But meanwhile, the Witch Doctor, he's in a bit of trouble. Glimmer Cape's up to protect himself, but gonna have to walk of shame back home. The creeps are here now, so they can take this mid tower if they want to. It's gonna be pretty hard to find the Sniper in the backline. They can just siege the tower, but it looks like they're not gonna go for it. Even though they have Ravage, feels like going for this mid tower is really the play here. Now Sniper is on his own, but he doesn't care. There's no one who can catch up to him. The DK almost got a Shadow Blade. Atos will finally come out onto the Sniper. He gets gusted up. The Telekinesis will push him forward, but Sniper can just force stuff back. Now he's going to take out the enemy team. The Rubik goes down first. Sniper is actually in a little bit of trouble here. Gets Dragon Tailed up and finally taken down. So Beyond's Godlike Streak going the way of the Dragon Knight, and the Ogre will go down as well. So the Tidehunter not with his team to protect him with a Ravage. Very unfortunate there. The Tidehunter really shouldn't have been jungling at the time. They really should have just grouped up and gone for that mid tower. Meanwhile, the PA will go down as well. There's no Nether Toxin, but there's a lot of right clicks coming out, and she will eventually go down. Only 2 points in the blur as well. So 30% evasion, not really enough. Still 600 gold away from the Battle Fury, so it's going to be even longer before she's ready to fight. And this is when Sniper should think about going for a BKB. If he had a BKB there, he could have just stood his ground and killed everyone, because they have the damage, but I feel like Sniper can definitely just out DPS all of them. If he takes out the Drow first, most of the damage is gone. Especially that attack speed on the DK. This is kind of what happens when you pick Drow lineups. You reach this critical mass point where you just group up into a ball of death. Viper 600 gold away from a Greaves, and once he has it, it's going to be pretty difficult on the side of $6 million Echo Slam to engage into them. The Sniper can still chip away through the Greaves, but I think PA is going to really struggle against the Greaves here. So that bonus armor is going to make it quite difficult to finish off targets. She has to get a crit from above 25% health. So it looks like Motion and the Roshan, they might be going for another smoke play. Just going to de-ward their jungle a little bit. So actually, $6 million Echo Slam, the one who's going to go for a smoke. They don't have any way to clear the creeps. Unfortunately, since Anchor Smash changed, it counts as an auto attack, so it dispels the smoke now. Much like how Stifling Dagger dispels smoke, because it technically counts as an attack. The Viper gonna get caught out here. He's gonna go down. This is a pretty important kill for them. Gonna waste the Viper Strike as well. But doesn't seem like they're gonna be able to convert this kill into an objective. Sniper, he goes to defend top, which I don't think is the play. They really need to group up and take towers. The creep waves are pretty far away here. Bot lane's pushing in too. Someone's gonna have to go back and defend that. Still only 1 point in the Bloodlust. Gonna go for a Force Staff to help out the Sniper. I like this a lot. Sniper's not even gonna go for a BKB. I think this is kind of a mistake. Nice Shrapnel will catch out the Drow Ranger. Can they get a swap in time? They don't manage to get in time. I think Sniper should have just gone straight for a headshot. If you start it straight away, you can definitely get it. It's a 2-second charge up plus the projectile cast travel time, but it's a 4-second TP, and they had vision of the Drow as she started TPing. So Sniper probably should have gone for the headshot, but believed in his teammates. Ogre went for the GPM talent instead of the cast range, and yeah, I mean, this is really the problem of these two supports. They're very low ranged.
Dire's top tower has been denied. Bastards.
But yeah, I mean, even if they get on top of the Sniper, there's the swap, there's the Force Staff that's going to come out from the Ogre. He has the money for it now, so he can buy it, but the Courier's pretty far away, so not going to happen for this push. I don't quite agree with this high ground push. It's a little bit early. They haven't found a pickoff for it. Nice 3-man Shrapnel onto a 4-man Ravage, so Sniper just going to go ham. The Viper goes down pretty early, and looks like they have to back out for now. The Ogre gonna go down to the tower. Sniper manages to pick off the Rubik as well. So now the DK in a bit of trouble. The Drow gonna reveal show herself and get taken out. Meanwhile, Maledict on the backline onto the Sniper. There's no Death Ward anymore though, so I think the Witch Doctor, he's just gonna end up dying to the Sniper. The Sniper getting really low. He's got the Maledict on him, so it will eventually go down. Meanwhile, the DK and the PA jigging it up, but DK is completely out of mana, so won't be able to get that Breathe Fire. Actually, he gets one more Breathe Fire thanks to the bottle charges, but now the PA, she's gonna have to back out. Doesn't have much else other than the Battle Fury right now. She's gonna go for a Deso first. I don't agree with this at all. She should just go straight for a BKB to ignore the Viper and the Dragon Tail completely. It's a double damage next to the Roshan, but no teams to spot it out yet. Oh, the Viper didn't go for the Atos. That would have cancelled her TP. She would have been in a lot of trouble there. Very unfortunate for the Viper. Didn't go for the Atos first. So Sniper did end up going down to the Dragon Knight again. So Dragon Knight getting this nice injection of gold. Gonna go for a BKB. He has it now. But it's still going to be pretty tricky to go engage into the side of $6 million Echo Slam. They can definitely use the Shadow Blade to get on the back line and on top of Sniper, but Dragon Knight doesn't quite do enough damage to take out the Sniper by himself yet. There's still the double Force Staff plus the swap to save him. So the Dragon Knight, he's going to have to build a pretty heavy damage item to try and kill this Sniper. Maybe go for a Daedalus, because he's pretty tanky. We saw earlier that they still struggled to kill him even though he was up against the PA and the Sniper together, but he managed to make it out just fine. I think going straight for damage on Dragon Knight would be pretty sick right now. I think this is definitely the play. But it's a bit risky. We're a bit all in on trying to find the Sniper. So DD now on the Sniper. So, committed to the Glass Cannon build, going for a Daedalus. No BKB in sight. But, I mean, with a double damage and now still level 1 Bloodlust, but he's gonna be pretty scary. It looks like Dragon Knight is gonna hit the road. He doesn't have a TP though. He can Quelling Blade his way through the trees and try and make his way to the side shop though. We'll see if they it looks like they're just gonna push. I really wish they used this double damage to take Roche there. That would have definitely been the play. They can easily take it out as well. PA will go down on the sidelines, trying to split push a little bit, get some farm up. But with the Gush and the Wave of Terror, they can definitely take out Roche really quickly. So a little bit questionable not going for the Roshan, especially because the double damage spawned right in front of it too. Bit of a wasted DD. They could have given it to the PA as well to make sure she can be a bit more active in the team fights. Now they're just going to siege this high ground, but it's going to be really difficult. It's gonna have Sniper attack from the low ground, but if they had Aegis, this would be a much easier fight. Use the Shrapnel to get some vision on the tower. Another Viper Strike comes out onto the Sniper. Sniper already on half HP. He's taking a lot of damage here. The Tidehunter also struggling a lot. The Kraken Shell being cancelled, but the Nether Toxin forced to Ravage early. Still manages to get 2 people. The Drow Ranger will go down. Actually, Drow not able to get out by the skin of her teeth. There's no detection left for this. Dragon Knight is free to do whatever he wants. Gonna hit the Sniper and kill him. So nice kills from the side of 6 Microsoft Motion and the Roshan. And a pretty good defense, only losing the Viper and the Rubik. PA wasn't there to help out. That was a very questionable push by $6 million Echo Slam. Very, very, very questionable. Should have gone for the Aegis. There's so many other objectives. There's still the tier 2 in mid. There's still the T1s at bot. Like, these are so much easier objectives to take. Why would you go for the high ground where, I mean, that just happened. The Viper used his Viper Strike on the Sniper, and the Sniper lost half his HP before he was able to do anything. And then DK came in with a Shadow Blade and finished him off. And it's gonna look like that for a long time. The supports didn't bring any detection. Now 7 sentries, 9 including the 2 in the stash on the Vengeful Spirit. So probably got flamed a lot by her teammates. It's like, why isn't there any detection? That's the second fight in a row where the DK's just been able to walk up against the Sniper. And now the DK in a lot of trouble, gets Dragon Tailed, dispelled straight away by the Kraken Shell, but he doesn't have Ravage to save himself. Gotta go down here. The Greaves is going to be very useful against the silence from the Drow. Gonna be able to use the Greaves to cancel the silence and then get the Ravage off. Looks like Motion the Roshan, they're gonna go for the Roche now. Something that $6 million Echo Slam could have done a while ago. Drow's gonna take it so quickly as well. Look at this, it's just getting chipped away. Shrapnel will come out, try and scare them out off a little bit. You can actually attack here from the high ground, so it's pretty scary for the side of Motion and the Roshan to take this Roche. And Rubik will pause the game. PC froze. So PA now done with the Deso, so gonna have... She's gonna peak in damage output for the time being, because also the coup de grace at level 3, but she's so far away from the BKB, it's gonna be quite a while before she gets it. And Sniper has the money for the Daedalus if he wants to, but at this point you should probably save for buyback. It's getting kind of dicey, especially because there's the Drow and the DK, they push very fast, especially together. So if you make a mistake without buyback, you're gonna be pretty screwed on the side of Echo Global Logistics. So you really need to save for buyback at this point. Well, hopefully Sniper goes for it. But then he also needs a BKB, and he's very far away from a BKB with buyback. He's gonna need to farm up at least like 4k more gold. And honestly, it's not damage that they're lacking right now. They just need to be able to stay alive long enough. The PA does a crap ton of damage now. She's definitely hit her power peak until she gets something else. The BKB doesn't offer that much damage, and she's probably going for a Basher next, which also doesn't give you that much damage. So like, she's not getting much stronger right now. More points finally getting put into Bloodlust. They have a gem now as well. Interesting, they put the sentry down. They needed the sentry for that. And I mean, the $6 million Echo Slam can definitely just go into Roche. Like, what can they do? They've got the Tidehunter to counter-initiate if they try to contest. It's super scary for the side of Motion and the Roshan to go for Roche here. So, looks like they're going to go for a smoke. And we'll see what they look to do. Looks like the call is to go into the enemy jungle. Try and find a pick-off here. See if they're able to do anything with it. DK queued up and has an ultimate orb. What's he gonna buy with this? It's kind of weird. So, 2 teams passing like ships in the night. Looks like Motion and the Roshan, they're thinking about Roche, but it's gonna be pretty scary for them to take it. Witch Doctor will break the smoke. Blink forward, Blink Ravage forward, actually hits 4 heroes, so the Viper will go down first, and that was a pretty important kill because he's their medic. Meanwhile, the Witch Doctor also went down pretty early. The Rubik will go down as well. And this is a pretty free Roche for them, so they can just go in and take it. Witch Doctor buys back, but isn't able to get anything out of it. And, I mean, Sniper can take the Aegis, and then he doesn't have to worry about having buyback. He did finish the Daedalus as well. So it looks like Sniper's going to take the Aegis. He's emptied out his backpack. Put the Wraith Band in the backpack. And they're just going to siege the tower now. Gonna go top to push out the lanes a little bit. It's fine because they need time for the mid lane to push in. At the same time, like, they should probably wait for the next Ravage at least, because the first Aegis, it's kind of hard to get anything big out of it, but it is pretty late now. It's 33 minutes, so but with a Ravage, they can definitely just like take the base. Maledict. Oh, nice. The Witch Doctor gets taken out in 3 hits by a crit from the PA, so that's pretty scary. PA gonna run forward, gonna take out the Rubik as well. That's a dieback on the Witch Doctor, by the way. So both supports down with that buyback, and this is looking pretty grim for the side of Motion in the Roshan. This is gonna push very quickly. Daedalus doesn't help you take towers very well, because you can't crit towers, but it's also pretty close to a BKB as well. It doesn't need to save for buyback, because it's got the Aegis.
Dire structures are
The fort comes out, but it's just the cause. Rubik has buyback if he wants to use it, but not sure what this Rubik can do because there's no Ravage to steal, and all the other spells are kind of garbage. So another Shrapnel to get uphill vision, and looks like the time to go is now. Atos onto the Viper, onto the Sniper, but the Viper goes down really quickly. Blink Strike, a Phantom Strike onto the Gyro Ranger. They both use their BKBs, and it's time to disengage. Rubik is back up, but this is going to be really hard to hold for the side of Motion in the Roshan. They're probably going to have to give up at least 1 million of racks, maybe even a second if this is getting pretty dicey. They can always go back for this bot tower as well, get the runes, because it's the 35-minute mark. The Rubik will get instantly melted down. The DK as well. DK buys back, but this is pretty bad news bears for the side of Motion in the Roshan. And gotta get a lane of racks. See if they look to back out or stay. They have Ravage now, so they can definitely stay and fight, but it looks like the call is to go back, grab the shrines, grab the runes, get the bot towers. There's still a tier 1 tower at bot. There's some free money on the table. 6k gold lead now, but they're in an overwhelmingly commanding position, and this game is looking quite difficult. Data Plus still thinks it's worth they've got a chance, but it just seems so difficult because they don't have any big AoE control against the Ravage. They haven't been able to sneak up on the Sniper. He's got BKB now. It's going to be even harder to kill now. He's still got the Aegis for at least 3 minutes. No, maybe 2 now. Is there any way? So it's 8 to 11 minutes. So he should have the Aegis for 2 more minutes. Looks like the time to go again. They have the Ravage this time, and they almost have the Greaves as well if they want to grab it, but looks like the Courier is going to be too far away to get the Greaves on this fight. Sniper just chipping away from the low ground now. Actually has money for buyback as well, so this boy is farmed. Rixton doing a great job this game. A Dust will come out onto the DK. Death Ward comes out. There's an Aghanim Scepter on the Death Ward now. Ravage will come out. The Sniper will finally go down. The stolen Ravage from the Rubik manages to clip all 4 on the side of $6 million Echo Slam, but there's no damage left. The Drow in a lot of trouble. Gonna go down. Has no buyback. The DK also gonna go down as well, and this game is over. So a great stolen Ravage from the Rubik, but wasn't able to convert it to a kill because there was no damage left on the side of Motion in the Roshan. The Aegis from the Sniper is just too strong. And yeah, I mean, that was also a dieback on the DK, so we'll see when Motion in the Roshan decide to call GG. They can go for the throne at this point. And a great display from Rixton, completely dominating the DK in lane and just carrying his team to victory, because his team was really struggling early on, but he managed to, you know, put his team on his back and carry them. And this Rubik gonna go down in 3 hits. So a lot of damage coming out from the Sniper. GG's finally called. The game is over. I want to see how much damage this Sniper did. He did really well. And even the Tidehunter kind of did his job. He had 1 bad Ravage. Echo Global Logistics probably could have made this game a lot smoother if they went for the Aegis earlier. Oh, well, I don't know what happened there. This is a replay. Oh, I guess I can't like watch the post screen. That's fine. Yeah, but that was a pretty great game for from Rixton on Echo Global Logistics. But they could have made a few tactical decisions as a team to make that game a bit smoother. Definitely gave Motion and the Roshan more chances than they deserved. But a great showing from them.